As Malaysia battles to contain the COVID-19 virus, authorities have been carrying out military-style operations across the capital, Kuala Lumpur.
Perintah kawalan ini dibuat di bawah Akta Pencegahan dan Pengawalan Penyakit Berjangkit 1988 dan Akta Polis 1967.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone. My name is Nur Azra Awada binti Mazlan. I am from class JBA 2492A and I took an Islamic banking from Faculty Business and Administration in UiTM Segamat, Johor. This recorded video is intended for my last assignment of Islamic Economy ISB 566, where I will explain to you guys about before and after COVID-19 cases impact to the economy. Before I begin my explanation of the effects of COVID-19 to the economy, I will explain to you where this virus came and give a huge impact around the world. This is not a common case, but this case is very serious because it involves the lives of many people. COVID-19 is a contagious disease that caused by a newly discovered strain of coronavirus, a type of virus to cause breathing infections in humans. This was happened before December 2019 when an outbreak of unidentified cause appeared in Wuhan, China. In 24 January 2020, there was the first case COVID-19 detected in Malaysia. The dramatic spread of COVID-19 has disrupted such lives, livelihoods, communities, and business worldwide. Then, most of the countries have decided to have a lockdown measures known as Restriction Movement Order (RMO) that has been advised by the government to break the chain of COVID-19 transmission. Because of this, the world of work is being profoundly affected, where the outbreak has meant the avoidance of gatherings in public and always have to wear a mask and wash their hands regularly. For today, 18th of July 2020, Malaysia have recorded 8,764 of total confirmed cases and 122 of deaths. This virus is very fast of taking lives of people, especially the elderly and the children, because they do not have the strong antibodies. However, cases have decreased until today by recording only 9 new cases in Malaysia. This is a very good news for the society, but they still cannot be complacent because anytime third wave can happen. From what we can see before and after COVID-19 happened in Malaysian economy is, first, before the partial lockdown measures in Malaysia, the outbreak of the new coronavirus in China had created wide-ranging supply and demand shocks that have reverberated across the globe. Commodity exporters around the world brave lower price as Chinese demand collapsed, while global manufacturers face production cut as Chinese factories are locked down. In Malaysia, the effects of these China shocks may be dire. The Malaysian economy is amongst the most highly exposed economies in the region to both Chinese demand and supply. China is Malaysia's #1 trading partner, a large source of foreign investment, and its top tourist source outside of ASEAN. Over the past decade, Malaysian firms have become amongst the most deeply integrated in the global production networks. This is compounded by the fact that regional supply chains have become increasingly China-centric. Indeed, more than a quarter Malaysia-China trade, about US 20 billion in 2018, is made up of intermediate components, exactly the kinds of products that gets affected the most when global supply chains are disrupted. Next, the outbreak of the new coronavirus in Malaysia will have devastating economic costs too. On a macro level, the closure of businesses and service along with the travel and movement controls will have outsized impacts on private consumption and business investment. Its adverse effects on individual livelihoods and business will be even more pernicious. Individuals and businesses affected by the temporary closure will be at high risk of facing immediate cash flow constraints as their earnings dwindle. Critically, this liquidity squeeze will be unbalanced felt by small and medium enterprise SMEs and easily attack groups such as lower-income individuals, part-time workers, and unemployed workers. This can have effects on the entire economy, leaving business insolvent, individuals bankrupt, and the financial system saddled with non-performing loans. Previously, which is the majority of people can get their job, but during the emergence of COVID-19, most people have lost their income and the country's economy is become falling down. Besides, according to the Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin, estimated losses in Malaysia reach RM17.3 billion in business sector such as tourism, retail, and hospitality. Hospitality sector in Malaysia is facing losses up to 70 million. Other than that, when this COVID-19 is happening in Malaysia, we are often shaken by the problem of supply shortages that expect to affect a number of sectors due to panic buying, increased usage of goods to fight this pandemic, and disruptions of factories and logistics in mainland China. There have been instances of price gouging. There have been widespread reports of shortage of pharmaceuticals, with many areas seeing panic buying and consequent shortage of food and other essential groceries items. The technology industry, in particular, has been warning about delays to shipment of electronic. Now, there are several solutions that Malaysia do to overcome this issue that I have researched is moratorium on loan repayments, where small and medium-sized enterprise SMEs have been granted an automatic 6-month moratorium on the repayment of bank loans, except credit cards balance from April 1st, 2020. Banks are also encouraged to grant similar moratoriums to corporate borrowers. In this regard, banks that grant such moratoriums will be taxed on the interest income accruing on affected loans only upon actual receipt of the interest, that is, after the expiry of moratorium period. Second is about electricity and others discount. A discount scheme on monthly electricity bills has been implemented for 6 months commencing April 1st, 2020. The rate of discount is 50% for hotels, travel agencies, domestic airlines, shopping malls, convention centers, and theme parks, 2% for the industrial, commercial, and specific agricultural sectors, and ranges from 2% to 50% is for households. Foreign workers' levy will also be reduced by 25% except for the domestic help sector for work permits expiring between April 1st, 2020 until 31st December 2020. Whilst levies payable to the Human Resources Development Fund will be waived for 6 months commencing April 2020 for all sectors. Lastly, Employees' Provident Fund. To increase employees' disposable income, the statutory compensation rate by employees to Employees' Provident Fund (EPF) has been revised from 11% to 7% for wages commencing April 2020 to December 2020. The EPF also established the Employer Advisory Service Program with a view to existing affected business to restructure or reschedule their EPF contributions to enhance cash flow. In conclusion, in order to overcome of this COVID-19, people must unite by cooperating and be responsible with authorities such as the military that guards of the area during the RMO and the frontliners who are constantly receiving the positive COVID patients. The people must obey with the instruction issued by the Prime Minister that try to break this pandemic chain and at the same time be able to stick together to reduce the number of deaths that occur in Malaysia due to this virus. In short, this order is actually capable of saving 1,000 lives. Therefore, we must obey it and understand each other and do not be selfish. That is all from me that I can share with you guys. I hope this information is very useful and all of you can take a lesson by watching this video. Please stay safe everyone, stay at home, keep social distancing, and I believe that we can fight this pandemic completely. Goodbye everyone, don't forget to put on your mask and wash your hands regularly. #WeCare, We Share. Bye.